everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sam. I'm mum with two boys. I've just took face mask off. I have one of those sheet masks on. I am going out on like a day type date, afternoon type date. So I thought we could do a little bit of a get ready with me. We are going to somewhere called Level in Preston, and it's got like bowling, it's got crazy golf, it's got darts, pool, pub, all sorts. So I'm not quite sure what we're doing. I think we're going to do bowling. I'm a little bit nervous because I have no idea what to wear. I did try some bits on last night and I didn't feel comfortable in anything, so that is a little bit nerving. But I'm really hoping and praying that I can find something I'm comfortable in to play bowling in case we play bowling. My issue is I've got jeans and I've got some like level up trousers and stuff, but all my tops are like super casual. So they're either like t-shirts or like plain vest tops or going out tops. There's nothing in the middle really that I have that'll go with those. And obviously a lot of my dresses are way too kind of short for bowling. I do have one dress, so hopefully that'll fit. But yeah, I just thought we could do a little bit of a get ready with me. I'm like, do I dry my hair? Do I straighten it? The weather is all over the place, so I'm like, really don't know. I can't make my mind up. Curling it will be a lot easier. I just don't know. I just don't know. And I hate feeling like this because it always stresses me out. Curly's better if it rains. And there is a high possibility of rain. I don't know. I went with curly because I looked at the weather again and it's definitely going to rain. So it's like 65–70%. So I've just gone with curly. I've added some mousse in, the VO5 Curl Activator mousse. I'm just giving it a good scrunch. Try not to get like too many big huge clumps in my hair. It works better if I don't. So, ooh, you can't really see me. And I will, let's just blow dry my fringe now before it sets in a weird position. And then I'll probably run the straightener through it after I've done my makeup. I'm going to give my hair a little bit of time to kind of semi-dry, while again think about what I'm going to wear. And I'll come back to when I'm doing my makeup. Actually, while it's doing that, I need to wipe my hair, my hands. My hair, I've just dyed the other day and it's still leaking loads, so I've now got pink hands, which isn't a great sign. Anyway, let's talk about him. I first met him actually last year. Things weren't kind of right time. I was dealing a lot with Alfie, which I didn't really talk about to anybody. But he came back into messaging me a couple of weeks probably before what happened with Alfie. And so when it did happen with Alfie, I explained, and I was open and honest actually. I explained everything that had been going on and the why I kind of pushed it to the side or didn't want to take it any further or what. And his answer was, for the right person it won't make a difference, do you know what I mean? So I was like, right, okay, we'll give it a go. So we are taking it very slow. I have seen him, I think last week. Let me double check. Yeah, so last week I didn't see him, which is the first time I haven't seen him in a week. So I've seen him every week, once a week. We try and make time once a week. Luckily he's off on a Thursday, so like when the kids are in school that works out really well. So, but obviously Alfie's at his dad's, so we're doing something a little bit more because we've got a bit longer. It's from a local area. I'm trying to think of what questions. I should have done like ask me some questions so I can answer them. No idea how long it'll be before like he ever appears on here. Probably quite a while. Now obviously Alfie knows nothing And Dylan is a little bit older, so he knows I'm dating, but that is it. He doesn't really know anything else. Actually, the curls are starting to look pretty pretty today, so hopefully he's got a job, he's got his own kiddies. I shouldn't really do that, I've just taken it all the colour off my hands. What else could you possibly want to know? He works is a chef, or whatever you want to call it, type stuff. And actually that's what I used to do before I had Dylan, actually. It was my career in the kitchens and stuff. I would never ever call myself a chef or anything like that, but I worked in catering, I would say, from a very young age. From like, I think I was like 16 when I had my first job in a kitchen, or a cafe. Well, probably younger than that, because I did waiting before I moved to kitchens, so still really hot. So we have kind of that interests, which is always a good thing. Do you know what I mean? We've got a couple of others and stuff. But yeah, he's a really nice guy, so we're getting on really well. Like I say, it's very early days, which is why I haven't really spoken massively on here. There's obviously been the odd Get Ready With Me, and there was a live one and a filmed one, like this one. Oh, I'm too hot to put moisturiser on. But yeah, we got on really well. So I've just used this Elemis Superfoods. I got it in one of my little Look Fantastic box. I have loved that box for the last 18 months I've had it. Maybe not quite 18 months, but going on close to it. This one is Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser. And I'm going to add a little bit of primer once this sets on my face. And I just used this little face mask that came in this month's one, which is a AHC Natural Essential Mask for dry and rough skin. And actually, it was absolutely lovely. So I'm going to have a nosy at how much that was. Because it sunk right into my face. Sometimes I can be really... My skin's really fussy in that sense. A lot of moisturisers don't actually sink in. They just sit on the top and make me feel greasy, and which is never a good thing. So I just put a little bit of primer on, and I've really let it sink into my skin. I think sometimes I rush into my foundation, so I've just used the number 7 Airbrush Away. Now, if you was on my last live, I think it was, when we did Get Ready With Me, I struggled to get my foundation to pump the darkest shade that I very rarely use, and I found that if I pop this little bit of the plastic off the bottom, this like mechanism that pushes it up doesn't work. So I had to kind of give it a push, and then it did last time, let's hope. So it is in the shade Wheat. It's the Beautifully Matte by number 7. I really do like this one. I've just got a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to apply it on my face. That's a little bit better, isn't it? You're a little bit closer. So that is all blended in. And what I tend to do at this stage, because, oh no, concealer first, concealer before that stage. I'm really just going to go pretty light with this, as in like little product, just a couple of dots, and see how we go. Concealer is one thing that I'm quite happy to blend, add extra. I'd rather add extra. It looks mad on camera. And I'm just going to go backwards and forwards gently underneath my eye, bringing it down a little bit, but not way too far. And making sure that I take a little bit onto my eyelid. So now, if I try and want my makeup to like stay in place, I don't know if I have to use this one. I'm going to use this one. It's the Revolution Hydro Matte. I'm actually going to spray it onto my beauty blender and just go over my face and push this in to set what's underneath. Not too heavy, because like that I've just disturbed stuff. So it doesn't have to kind of go through all the powder and everything to kind of, I don't know, it just works for me, especially if I want it to stay longer. And this is, it's seen me without makeup, so it's not like I'm doing it so that it doesn't, it stays on all that time. I just want to feel a bit more confident in myself. I went round to his when I got home off holiday because Alfie went straight to his dad's and Dylan was quite happy to spend a couple of hours on his own. And I went round with my hair scraped back, no makeup on, a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. So it's not like I'm doing foundation because of everything's still super, super new, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use the number 7 powder. This is just translucent airbrush away, and I use this very, very sparingly. Literally, you can't even like, oh, you can just see it on the end of the brush. I couldn't see it until the ring light picked it up. I mainly concentrate this in my like T-zone area. Now, my bronzer is coming to an end, so please, please, please leave bronzer kind of recommendations in the comment box. Or if you do have any questions, actually, yes, if you have questions about that you kind of curiosity is killing the cat over, definitely put them in the comment box and we might do a Q&A, or like I do a Q&A type video, answering your questions. And I have tapped everywhere else, but I've literally not added any more product for that. And I'm just, instead of sweeping, I find tapping it helps me. I'm not disturbing that base underneath. I'm going to do my eyebrows next. I use the Benefits Goo Proof Brow Pencil. I just use the minis. They last ages. And I don't even know what shade this is. I don't even know. Oh, number 3. I'm going to use the Revolution palette, the Ultra Contour palette, just to add a little bit of definition back into my face. And then get my bronzer on a bigger brush, which is like an old Clinique one, and I desperately need something new. And this adds more colour back in my face, if that makes sense. And I kind of just touch it where you kind of get natural sun. So, and then obviously I go over with highlight, so it doesn't matter that I've put it on the end of my nose because my nose catches the sun, so for me it's a right point to hit. And I actually use a Poundland one because I really like it on my skin tone, and it's just like a little duo one. It is just called Duo Blusher, and I kind of mix the two, a little bit more of the reddier tone than the pink, and take it upwards. Again, kind of the same place I kind of put everything else, which is why I go super light, because otherwise I'd end up with like masses of product on my like cheeks area. That looks a little bit better now I've taken that off. My face doesn't look as like washed out. But can you see how the bronzer added the colour back in before? Even with the ring light, it was looking very washed out, and my face was looking a completely different colour to this, although my foundation really doesn't kind of match. It's now back. Now, I'm not massive for one for eyeshadow. I always feel that I don't like it once I've finished, which is highly frustrating, but I'm always like, do I just put some on? And then I always regret it. I've got like hooded eyes, but I've also got an eyelid that droops, so they always look completely different. They always sit completely different, and it just really frustrates me. So a lot of the time in daytime I would just stick to one colour, just so that I can know it is going to look. So I had a little bit of a break. I do this a lot, which is why I give myself extra time so I don't get hot and sweaty, and now I need to try and take this little mistake off here. Mascara, I put it on like this bit of the end just to kind of, for me it feels like it gives me the effect of like adding a half lash, just to thicken up that end area. And I sometimes go in just at the root a little bit further along, but that is it. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. Let me move my fringe out the way. Can you see like that? But it just looks a little bit thicker on the end. Okay, I've thrown this dress on. Now, when I got this from Shein, I'll link it below, because when I do like from here up videos, everybody asks what top it is, but it's a dress. When I ordered this, I keep losing weight, and my clothes are getting too big. This was recommended by the reviews. Plus, a little tip there, that is how I kind of shop on Shein. I look at everybody's reviews and photographs. They suggested going up a size because it's got no stretch in it, and obviously around if you've got a bigger bust to upsize. But it has now got to the point where it is pretty big, and this bit kind of doesn't sit underneath, or it doesn't give me very much shape. So we're going to add a belt. So this is just a simple belt from Primark. It's a medium, so it's like a normal belt going jeans, but I use it as a waist belt in this. This now gives me a little bit of definition, although it's bunching the fabric up in the front, obviously, because it's pulling it in. So what I kind of do is I just kind of move it all a little bit around and kind of spread that, so there isn't like massive bunching at the front, and that gives me so much more shape. Little belts, these are like £2. I've got a couple now, and it makes a massive difference. I am, another sneak peek, sneak peek to my face in natural light, to excuse clothes hanging. I've got another Shein order on the way, and I've got this dress in a different colour and the size down, so we will see how that fits. So this is the jacket I'm going to throw on. This actually I bought, oh my god, I need to clean my mirrors, ages ago in a charity shop. Do you want some charity shop haul type videos? If you do, let me know in the comments. Again, it doesn't matter if you already commented, just add another one. Those comments and stuff really help me. Even if you really got nothing to say, add in some emojis or something make a massive difference to our channel. And actually the channel's struggling a little bit at the moment, so I would be greatly appreciative. So anyway, I got this. It's washing out a little bit on camera, but I got this in a charity shop. Like I say, it's an 18, but it was a little bit tight on the arms, and it now fits perfect. So I'm going to throw this on with a little handbag. I think I might find a little bit of jewellery, just to kind of match the gold and the gold that's in my dress. And I feel ready to go. I need to add perfume. I'm going to wear my Lacoste Touch Pink, which I love. It's one of my all-time favourites. This belt is probably going to pee me off. I might pull it round so this bit dangles longer. But yes, that is me ready. And this is a proper, like, I've come right to the window. Look at my makeup. Close-up look. There's no filters on this. This is what normal skin looks like. But yes, we all have that. Whether people look like they don't in photographs, it's editing. Trust me, it's editing in the cameras and all sorts. So please don't think that everybody has textureless skin. There is some people more lucky than others, but I do have pretty large pores all over this area. But that's why I kind of like help set my foundation underneath and then set my powder in two different times. But yes, that is what I'm wearing. I shall see you all in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too long when I come to edit it. And I shall see you soon.